Muscle soreness. What is it? Hey, what is up, Fit Fam? Today we're talking about what muscle soreness is and what actually causes that muscle soreness you feel. Basically, the muscle soreness, or DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness, the feeling you get in response to the micro tears in the connective tissue holding your muscle fibers together. These micro tears happen in response to your weightlifting sessions or any other activity you aren't quite used to, for example, running long distances. Now, muscle soreness is associated with muscle growth because it touches upon one of the three mechanisms of muscle growth. And that mechanism is muscle damage. Basically, if muscle damage, being a mechanism of muscle growth, is recruited when soreness happens, and muscle damage means muscle growth, then, by the logic bestowed upon me by my 12th grade teacher of philosophy, when muscle soreness equals muscle damage and muscle damage equals muscle growth, then muscle soreness equals muscle growth. Am I right? I'm quite wrong. And why am I wrong? Well, basically, there are muscles that don't react with the same intensity to being sore, aren't that likely to get sore. Muscles, for example, like the shoulders, it would be hard pressed for you to actually remember the last time you felt soreness in your shoulders, really bad soreness. And, as you guys probably know by now, if you've been lifting for a while, your muscles on the shoulders still grow. They are slow to grow, but they do. And other activities you perform, like long distance running, also leave you sore. And long distance running isn't that good for muscle growth. So, as you can conclude, muscle soreness isn't necessary for muscle growth at all. And muscle soreness, although good in small amounts, can actually become quite harmful when you are excessively sore. And this is because you just can't lift the same volume when you go to the gym sore. And it actually compromises your recovery quite a bit. And let's be honest, at least in my opinion, in my anecdotal experience, low to moderate amounts of muscle soreness are actually good. And this is because you can at least be 100% sure that you actually hit the muscles you were trying to hit. If you were doing bench press, really heavy bench press, and the next morning you feel kinda sore in the chest, it was job well done. If the next morning though you feel really sore in the anterior deltoids, you should probably do a form review. So concluding, is muscle soreness necessary for muscle growth? Nope. Is muscle soreness an indication of muscle damage and can lead to muscle growth? Yeah. Is a low level or a moderate level of muscle soreness good to make sure you actually hit the muscles you were trying to hit? Yeah, it is. Now, talking from my experience, a little bit of soreness the next morning or the next day is quite a beneficial thing for you to actually make sure you hit the right muscles and you actually did some muscle damage to the muscle. Now, if you don't feel any soreness the next day, should you be worried? No, you shouldn't. At least if you are focusing on applying mechanical tension and doing a progressive overload and increasing your weights, you shouldn't. Now, also when talking about the times you are excessively sore the next day, I would say just cut some of the volume, do less reps, do less sets, include an extra rest day, because on the long run, if you are extremely sore all the time, it will really hurt your muscle growth, and believe me, you don't want that. So guys, actually really appreciate it that you guys stick to the end. If you did, subscribe and ring the notification bell. Really hope you guys are having a banger time, and have a nice one, guys. Peace.